Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today is the day 4 in the Natasha Denona series, Everyday Looks with Natasha Denona palettes, in which I'm using every single Natasha Denona palette that I have in my collection to create an eye look. A few looks are going to be soft glam, others are going to be glam and more colorful, others are going to be everyday, but it's truly the way that I will apply my makeup during the day with my Natasha Denona eyeshadows. The only difference is that I'm not using my Franken palette, I'm using each of the palettes. Today the look that I'm creating is this one, and you can use this look without a wing. I do a wing every single day and I want this to be realistic for me, but I'm using this palette. This is a beautiful palette with an amazing color scheme. Hopefully I will get this on my Level Up project pan. But you guys, before we go into the video, today you're not only gonna see the look, I'm not gonna show you how I did the base because I was actually taking my baby to a doctor's appointment and I had only mascara and that was it, but I had the rest of my base done. But I will show you a trick that I use when I'm wearing my makeup throughout the day and then I want to just retouch it. What I do to retouch my nose, since I'm oily on my T-zone, my nose gets just disgusting or just super oily, and sometimes the makeup will rub off, and when I'm going to the doctor I have to wear a mask, so then my makeup will get removed from my nose. So what I did today was I did a retouch after I did my eye look, and then I also mentioned to you guys all of the products that I used on my base. If you're enjoying my Natasha Denona series, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also leave a comment below letting me know what your thoughts are on this look and what look would you do with the Natasha Denona Sunrise if you like this palette, if you don't. Okay you guys, since I'm not gonna redo my foundation because this is the look that I was wearing today, super simple. I have only a little bit of bronzer right here. I'm gonna correct that with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden. That will remove all color, and then I will go in with my Sunrise palette. Okay you guys, so I'm gonna go in and create a fall look out of this palette, and I'm gonna be using this squat right here. Maybe I can reach for other shades, but I'm mostly gonna use these 4 shades right here because this one is my favorite shade from this palette and I really want to use it. I'm gonna try to make this wearable, but you guys, you do you. If you want to follow all of the steps that I'm doing or just one or two to create your own look, then you can go ahead and do so. Maybe we can do in the future a Natasha Denona week office only makeup looks. It will also depend on your job. If you have a creative job, you can do anything with your makeup, but if you have a corporate job, you have to keep it down with the shimmers, the glitters, and the colors. So it will depend on what you do, but you can use anything every day. As a transition, I'm grabbing the shade Morgan, which is this shade right here, and the Wayne Goss number 18 brush, and I'm gonna start to buff this in the crease. All of a sudden I want to do a halo eye, so I'm gonna grab a Celia and place it only on the crease. Now with a bolita brush from Sigma, which is one of my oldest, most favorite brushes, I'm gonna go in with Flux right here, and I'm gonna place it on either side of the eye just to create more depth so that the halo can pop. You can see that I'm getting a ton of fallout, but I will clean that up. And if it budges my tinted moisturizer, then I can just redo it. It wasn't something super difficult to do, or you can even wet your brush. Now I'm applying a little bit of Eden again in the center, just a little bit, to clean the center so that the awakening shade can stick to the center of my lid and the halo eye can be more intense. I'm using an Angie Hot and Flashy BK Beauty A505. And then the first application of awakening, which is this beautiful shade right here. I'm gonna try and do it with my fingers. Since I have long nails, that's always hard to do, but I usually try first with my finger, and then if that doesn't work, then I will grab a flat brush. It can be a mixture of synthetic and natural hair bristles, or it can just be flat and a stiff brush. Now to make the halo transition to the darker shade, I'm going back to Acelia, which is the second shade that we use, and we're placing that, basically kissing both colors, just so that it looks like a vertical transition. For the lower lashes, I'm going in with Morgan, which is the first transition shade that I use, and I'm starting to buff out and connect the outer part of the eye look. Now I'm going in with a Flux right away because I don't think I need to use a Celia, maybe later. And I'm going in with Flux and defining the lower lashes. But I'm sticking to the halo, so I'm not gonna put anything in the center because I'm gonna keep my halo in my lower lash line as well. So right here in the center, I'm gonna apply a little bit of Awakening, which is the lightest shade that I've used, just to enhance this part. And since it's not showing up that much, I think for the lower lash line I can wet it a little bit. Then I'm also going to use that color for my inner corner. To highlight my brow bone, I went in with Laurel, which is this shade right here, and I'm using the Morphe M213 brush. I already did it, but I wasn't filming, so I'm going to repeat the step, and I'm only applying it right here. To make the lower lashes more interesting, I'm gonna go in with Psychedelic Sister, which is a purple, on my lower lashes, and then I'm gonna tightline with my black from Rimmel, and I'm gonna create my wing that I always do with my Hindash Hero Line eyeliner. I'm gonna apply more mascara, and I'll show you guys the products that I use for my foundation, and I will do a touch up on my nose so that you guys can see when I'm finishing my day and then I'm gonna go out and my makeup is impeccable, but my nose is looking a little bit worse for wear. Then I remove my nose makeup and then I will do it again, and I will show you that process today. Okay, you guys, for my nose touch up, what I grab a little bit of micellar water in a cotton round and I remove any makeup that I have on my nose. And then what I do is I let it dry out because I don't want to put anything on my nose wet with something like that will remove makeup, because that doesn't make any sense. It will break up my makeup quicker. So I just let it be. And then I go in with primer if I used one. Today I didn't because I went in with my Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Light Revealer as my base. I will only grab a little bit of it. That's enough. I think that's even too much for my nose. And I will apply a dot on my face. This product, I usually apply it with my fingers. Since it's a small area and I'm not gonna rub it all over my face, I'm gonna be using the sponge that I used this morning. And I make sure to tap and not rub. Then after that, I will use the powder that I used to set my face, which is the Peach Perfect powder and the Amazon sponge. I'm not even gonna add any more powder. What I do with these sponges is that I just hit them a little bit and they will start to show powder. And I will use that powder to set my nose. If I was going to an event, I would bake on my nose because my nose gets oily super quickly. For my bronzer, I used this palette, which is the Ambient Lighting Edit Mini Sculpture Unlocked. And I used the bronzer. Even though it's a shimmery bronzer, I used it to contour my nose. And I don't care, to be honest. I've been just using the same bronzer on my face as I do on my contour. Even if it has a little bit of shimmer, I don't mind. And for blush, since I'm doing an M shape, I'm using the Lotus by Sonia G. This is the detailed brush, and it's an angled brush that it's a small one. And then I'm grabbing this NARS blush in the shade Seduction, which is a perfect fall blush. Just the tiniest amount. I buff the blush into the back of my hand to remove the excess because these are super pigmented. And then I will start in the bridge of my nose and blend it side to side, just so that it blends to the rest of my blush. And to not end up looking crazy, I will go back in with the Hourglass palette and the shade Soft Light, which is that finishing powder. And I do a fiber brush from MAC. This is the 187. And then I will blend all of my face again, even though this makeup right here is older, since I applied more blush and I don't want to look like I'm just having a fever, then I will just buff everything in. For highlighter, the highlighter that I used is the highlighter right here in the Hourglass palette. This is the Metallic Strobe powder in the shade Champagne Strobe Light. And I love these Hourglass highlighters. They're super buildable, but they also have a glow that it's difficult to beat. I know some people say that they enhance texture, but I find that every single highlighter will enhance texture, ones more than others. And then to finish the look, what I'm wearing right now as a base on my lips, which is the lipstick that I was wearing, is the Manifesto lipstick by Hindash in the shade Resting Roses. You can use this. It's a beautiful reddish tone, perfect for fall every day. It's a matte lip balm in a way, and it's buildable, so it can look super juicy. But today I want to use on top of it the nude lipstick. This is not nude on me, but this is Pillow Talk by Charlotte Tilbury, and then a gloss so that it doesn't look so matte. I always blend lipsticks with my fingers so that it looks more like it belongs to me, or as if it was my shade of lip, and it doesn't look so perfect and defined. This trick not only makes your lips less defined, but it makes them look bigger and plumper. And then the gloss that I'm wearing is the Buxom Dolly Lip Gloss, which is one of my favorites. The scent, you guys, and the feel of it on my lips, the minty feel of it, I love it. So that's the finished look, you guys. As a base, the only thing that I didn't tell you that I used was the Tinted Moisturizer Light Revealer. I already told you that I used it. And then I used the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Fair Natural. But everything that I mentioned on this video will be linked below. If you watch the entire video, let's put an emoji today related to sunrise, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video with another palette from my Natasha Denona collection. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also give this video a thumbs up. Remember to leave a comment below. I love you guys. Thank you for the support, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow.